So today we'll add some back bends on, and that's where we'll start now. A little back bend at the top and then into our aeroplane. Inhale a small back bend, exhale aeroplane. Letting go of your day, your morning, starting to bring your awareness to your breath. Letting go of our weekend. Getting in touch and moving together. You can stay with your flowing aeroplane or turn that right into a full forward fold. Inhaling up. With or without your little small back bend at the top. So awakening the spine. If you're on a chair today at home or here for a flowing forward fold, you'd come right to the edge, space between our knees, and fold like so. We'll hold in our forward fold, letting our head be heavy or holding onto our chair. Hanging out here. Let's step actually no, we'll stay here. Sorry guys, I want to do a standing cat and cow. So coming about halfway up, bending the knees, hanging onto our knees. For cat pose, we hold onto the knees and pull back a little bit, and then inhale to cow. We slide the hands in and maybe try to bring our elbows back to wrap around our rib cage. Exhaling into cat, inhaling into cow. All on your own. So we've got about 10 of those. Now, if you'd feel more secure on the floor, you can go down to all fours for your cat and cow. Last one. Straightening out our backs, rising up, reaching for the sky. Grabbing a hold of that right hand and tipping over to the left, pressing into our feet. Breathe. Let's rise back up, but now bring the palms together, extension, and then tip over, trying to keep our hands together. Rising up, grabbing a hold of your left wrist, a little tip over, pressing into your left foot. Breathe. Let go of any judgment today. Let's bring the palms together, extend again like you're bending your bendy straw, which is also known as your spine today. Let's lift it up, draw the hands to heart, and move through our sunflowers and our moonflowers, stepping our left foot back. We'll be turning our toes out towards the outside edges of our mat. Big breath up, inhale, and exhale, bend our elbows, bend our knees. Moving through your moonflowers at your own pace. Feeling thankful for the moon. We can stay with our moonflowers, or we can add in our sunflowers when we reach towards the mat, bending our knees, and inhale, sweeping up. If it feels nice for you, creating a circle. So the thumbs touch at the top, pinkies down at the bottom, and we connect the circle at the top and the bottom, thinking about how everything is connected. In some way, we don't usually see it until after it's happened, those connections, connecting the dots. Breathe, feel, and listen to your body today, not only throughout your practice, but all day long. And if I don't see you for this week, all week long. Last one, step back up to the tops of our mats. We'll take a big, beautiful breath up, no rush whatsoever. And holding in our extended mountain, let's actively reach. And if you'd like to, palms together and a small back bend with a small bend in our knees as well. Forward fold, exhale. Let the head be heavy or stopping halfway on our chair. We'll be stepping our left foot back, moving into a lunge. We won't be going right down, but just a lunge on or off your chair, rising up, hands to heart or up towards the sky. Whoa, it's windy. Breathe. Can stay here, closing our eyes, bringing our awareness to our balance, or placing our hands out today, turning the palms up. As we straighten our leg, our palms come together at the top, and then we exhale, come back down. All on your own, with your own breath. Breathe, feel, and make sure to listen to your body today. You've got about 5 more of those. Holding in our lunge pose again. Let's bring our hands to heart or keep them on our chair. And add that crescent lunge in now, lengthening the spine and maybe gazing upward. Or hands extend. We'll bring our hands back to our heart and switch our feet. So you can use your chair or no chair. Left foot comes up. We step the right foot back, bending our left knee. Our back heel is high if possible, but it doesn't have to be. And we rise up into our lunge and place our hands down or extended, and then palms face up. As we flow through our lunge, exhaling, palms together, legs straightens, inhale, come down. All on your own, or you could be on your chair, just making some movements with your knee. I turned it down. I didn't think it would go all the way down. There it is. Holding our lunge, hands on or off our chair or to our heart. Lengthening our bendy straw, strong back leg, and we add a little back bend if you'd like to. So we should feel that stretch in your hip flexor all the way up the body. Forward fold on a breath out. Take your time. Let the head be heavier. Hang out on your chairs here. Rising all the way up, big breath in, back bend, and meeting in our mountain pose. Wonderful. Let's do a few sun breaths to start our version of sun salutations today. We'll come up towards the tops of our mats or somewhere around there so we can feel comfortable. Find a big breath up, inhale. Let's go halfway, exhale, airplane. Back up, breathe in. Exhale, full forward fold, diving forward. Halfway lift, a little change today. Let's bring our hands behind our knees and really hold onto the knees and extend that head forward, working towards even straightening our arms out. And fold again. Press into the feet, sweep it all the way up. Let's exhale to chair pose. Back up, breathe in. Exhale to mountain. And another sun breath, inhale, sweep. Exhale, airplane, halfway. Back up, breathe in. Exhale, dive it full, forward fold. Head is heavy. Hands come behind the knees. Inhale to halfway lift. Feel the length of your neck and back. Exhale, fold again. All the way up, breathing in. Exhaling to chair. Back up, breathe in. Exhale to mountain. We've got 2 more of those beautiful breaths. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, airplane, halfway. Back up, breathe in. Exhale, all the way fold. Use your breath. Hands come behind the knees, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep to sky, breathing in. Exhale to chair. Back up, breathe in. Exhale to our mountain pose. And we've got one more, or you can do anything else that you want to. A sun salutation. Big breath up. Dive into forward fold. Feel the spine lengthen. Halfway lift, hands behind the knees today. Exhale, fold. Notice your calves. Inhale, sweep to sky. Exhale to chair. Back up, breathing in. Exhale to mountain. Wonderful. So nice to just breathe. You notice how you weren't thinking for that whole few minutes, right? You're just breathing. Let's take, oh, I hope you weren't thinking. You're amazing if you can think and breathe and move at the same time. Let's take that right foot and tuck it onto our back heel. Time for some balance work. You could have a chair beside us here. Reaching that right arm up and our left hand on our hip. Breathe, pressing into both of our feet. We're here for about 5 breaths. If you want to try to close your eyes, you can. I think this song is repeating, sorry. Oh boy. And now if you'd like to, take that foot all the way around to the other side. And you can add that little tip over. But if you're taking care of your back, you could bend this elbow and instead of reaching with your hand, reach with your elbow. And bring it back. Let's do the other side. So our left toes go to our right heel to start with. Maybe our chair's on this side. We reach up, hand to hip or on the chair. Whoa. Maybe closing our eyes. There's my keys. I was wondering where those were. You can close those eyes to challenge. And now we'll take that foot, that left foot all the way around to the other side. Still pressing into the left foot. And now extending either through the full hand or maybe cupping your ear and reaching through with your elbow. Bending our back today, not just back, side to side and forward. Bringing it back, big breath up, inhale. We'll bend our knees, bring our hands to our knees and roll through a few more cat and cows here, standing or seated on our chair. Wonderful. All right, let's move through a warrior sequence and we'll be doing eagle pose today. Rising up, let's take the right foot up towards the top of your mat. Your chair can be there for balance or you can slide it right underneath your right glute as our left foot goes back into a high lunge at first. Rising up or hands at heart. Our front knee is bent. We're pressing into both of our feet. And if you'd like to add your back bend today, you can, or you can even bring your hands to your back, focus more on opening across the chest. Breathe. Closing our eyes adds that little extra focus on staying present in your body. Let's drop the left heel down, move into our warrior 2. So we're opening our chest towards the windows. Our palms will face down towards the mat as we extend through our fingertips, pressing into both of our feet. If it feels nice for your gaze, you're looking down your front hand, releasing any tension that's dropped into our shoulders. Breathe. So holding our pose just a tiny bit longer today, 2 extra breaths on both sides. Bending our front elbow, so your right elbow down onto the knee and extending your hand right up towards me or placing it on a chair. Breathe. If anyone wants to add some circles to your arm, you can. We'll reach our arm up, back, and around, making some circles with our shoulder, our top arm, just as an option. And then settling back into that reach or tuck our arm back behind us. Breathe. Moving into triangle, straightening our front leg, front hand comes towards the shin or a block or your chair. You're taking care of your arm. It might be sore from the circles. You can tuck it back behind you or keep it up. Breathe. Focusing on the length of the spine. Looking up at our front foot, we'll turn our gaze toward it, lift our back heel and step up to bring the right, pardon me, your left foot all the way around into our eagle. So the chair can be great for eagle as well as a block. So we bring it around, bending our right knee, oops. And if it feels okay, you work towards bringing your foot back behind your shin or keep it on the block. I'll get you a block. Blocks would be helpful. Well, you can try to put your block slightly behind you so that you can try to eventually bring that foot up behind your calf. Yeah. All right, there we are. Yeah. So either there, and then now let's bring our left elbow in front. And we can draw the other elbow under. Give yourself just a hug here. Or eagle arms, palms come together. And we still are sinking into a bend in our front leg or our right leg. Or we're just hugging ourselves with whatever arm we don't have on our chair today. Breathe. Let's do that sequence on the other side. After our sun breath, big breath up, inhale. Exhale, aeroplane. Back up, breathing in. Full forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, holding on and supporting our knees. Exhale, folding again. Sweep to sky as we root down to the earth. Exhale to chair. Back up, breathing in. Little back bend maybe, and then in mountain pose. So let's do that sequence on the other side. This time your left foot will be up towards the top of your mat. Stepping our right foot back into our lunge at first. Bending that front knee. And for anybody at home or watching this later on our YouTube channel, you could also put your chair right underneath your backside, reaching up. Breathe, feel, listen to the body. If you want to add a little back bend on, you can, but be nice to your back. Let's bring our hands to our heart and drop that back heel down and open up into warrior two. So bending our left knee on or off our chair. Breathing, feel the body. Feeling gratitude today for our bodies. Softening through our shoulders, extending through our necks. Pressing into both of our feet. Moving into our side angle, bending our left elbow, placing it on our left knee and extending our arms, our right hand right up towards me or tucking it back behind your back. Breathe. Lengthening our spines. Pressing into both of the feet and really think of as the hand is reaching in one direction, the same foot is reaching back into the mat. Reaching that hand, that right hand either back up or tuck it back behind us for our triangle as we straighten out our front leg and bring our left hand to the block or a chair, continuing to keep our heart open towards that long wall. Maintaining a little bend in our knee. Everybody looks great. Hopefully you feel the same way in your triangle pose. Looking up at our front toe, we'll lift our back heel, step all the way up, rise up, and draw that right foot around for our eagle on the other side. So most likely that chair will move. Adjust your pants. Then that right foot walks around. We bend the opposite knee and we try to wrap it around the back of the calf or touch it down on our block as close as we can bring that block to our ankle. Love it. All right, so let's take our right elbow up, slide that left one underneath. Maybe you're just holding on for a nice little hug, or eagle arms, bringing elbows up towards your shoulder height. And then kind of drawing those shoulders down from the ears here. Breathe. Eagle pose, I find we tend to hold our breath in this pose. So try to breathe freely into the back of your lungs as your back is nice and separate at the moment, or nice and stretched. Let's reach up, big breath, airplane exhale. Back up, breathing in, all the way forward fold. Head is heavy here as we stretch our back and then move into a halfway lift. Our hands are coming behind our knees today. Exhale, folding again. Sweeping all the way up on an inhale. Exhale, draw our hands to mountain. All right, let's go into our wide leg forward fold. Not for quite as long as we did last week. Step our right foot back. We're turning towards the walls again with some space between our feet and our toes are slightly out. We'll find the top of our hip bones, our ilium, and shift forward. And we can stop there if that's enough for you. A little bend in your knees, or bring hands to chair or block, or continue to keep your hands at your hips and let your head drop towards the mat. And then those modifications that we worked on last week, hands to toes or ankles or chest expansion, whatever works for you in this position. Or again, you can have your body resting more on your blocks or your chairs. Breathe. Let the weight of your head and gravity help stretch your neck here. Let it be heavy. Walking ourselves back up. Coming halfway up, hands to hips at first, or hands even behind your knees. And we'll lift it all the way up. Walk our feet closer together, not quite touching, but hip distance. Bring the hands into our lower back and do a standing camel. Drawing our elbows together at the back like we're trying to squeeze a beach ball between our elbows. We can continue to look forward or slightly up depending on how your back is feeling. Breathe. Now we're breathing deeply into the front of our chest. As before in eagle, we were breathing really deeply into the back. Feel the expansion as you stretch your chest with each breath in. And the opposite of that, we'll do a standing cat pose. So bending our knees, hands come to our knees, and then we roll and separate our shoulder blades, tucking our chin towards our chest. Breathe. forward fold, exhale, hands come down towards the blocks or the floor, chair. Halfway lift, breathing in. Folding, breathing out. Sweeping up to the sky, inhale. And exhale into our mountain pose. Amazing. So we'll do that back bend one more time. Bring our hands back behind us, standing camel. Soften the knees. Chest is open, heart is full, ready to receive. With each breath in, this time thinking of the ribs opening up like an umbrella. Feel the expansion. Slowly closing your umbrella. Drawing the strength of your pelvic floor up as you do so. And again, breathing in and relaxing. Breathing out, feeling that core become strong. Let's reach our hands up and then in front of us, tuck our thumbs in and make some circles with our wrists. So we can bring our gaze back up towards the top of our mat. Also the toes, of course. So you can look back up here. Then we'll take our right hand to the outside of our left elbow, lift it up. And bring that hand across to the opposite shoulder blade. Breathe. Closing our eyes can always add that little extra bit of awareness. Now we'll bring that elbow in front, draw it across the body, stretch our shoulder, look down it. Breathe. And let's do that on the other side. Our left hand will come under that elbow. We'll lift it up and try to bring it across to the opposite shoulder blade. Thing she does. All right, bring it down and around, drop it down from the ear, across the body. We can look down the opposite. We're looking down our right shoulder. Amazing. Bring our chin around, our chest around, grab our elbows and lift them up. So reaching our elbows up towards the ceiling. Breathe. And release. Time to make ourselves meet the mat. Big breath up. We're forward folding. We're going to go right down to our bellies for the first one for some locust poses. So maybe keeping a block nearby. Grab a quick little drink. So let's strengthen out the back. Strengthen up the back. So if you're taking care, if you just wanted to try the first few, because we do have quite a few rounds happening in our locust pose today, you can bring your block underneath your sternum. So like the lower part of your ribs, your rib cage, somewhere around there. All right. So let's bring our hands back, lift our chests up, and then our kneecaps as well. Moving into locust pose with or without your block. So whatever works for you. Looking at the mat in front of us, lengthening our neck. Breathe. We'll bring our hands in front of our face, either two fists, especially if we have our chest supported by a block, or head on the mat to take a little rest before we come back up again. So two fists or head right down on the mat. Letting your back relax. We moving back up into our locust pose with an option on this one to clasp your hands behind you and drawing your knuckles back towards your heels. Breathe. Think of the back lifting you up. Breathe. Feel your body, the sensations that are happening right now, making sure that there's no pain. If there is, releasing. And relax again, either onto your two fists or even a diamond shape between your hands, and rest your forehead there. Wonderful. So again, with the block or not a block underneath, we'll bring our right forearm in front of our body and press ourselves up. And then bend our left knee and reach back towards it with that hand. So half bow here, or grab your pants. That can be very helpful as well. So let's work towards a flexed foot ankle hold. And if you want to, you try to lift your kneecap straight up off the mat. So check in with how that feels. It might not feel good. And if it doesn't, don't do it. All right, let's do half bow on the other side. We'll slide this forearm underneath, lift up, and you can even start by just bending and straightening that leg. We tend to get a cramp in that back leg. Just bend and straighten. When you're ready, you'll reach back with a flexed foot, trying to hold onto the ankle and stamp your heel up on the sky. Breathe. We won't do full bow today unless that's part of your practice. You can go up into full bow. Personally, don't love full bow, so we won't do it unless you really want to. I don't think you guys really want to. You don't seem too excited about it. Okay, good. Let's push up and back to child's pose. Take your time. You could stop with the bolster, put a bolster behind the knees, knee pad underneath. We can have our head on the mat or on our stacked fists. We're in our child's pose a little bit longer today because we've done a lot of back bending. Moving to all fours or putting I know Pauline is taking care of your wrists, so you might put your blocks or something underneath your forearms to move through our cat and cow. Flowing through, awakening that spine, bending our backs, keeping our spines healthy by moving them. Amazing. We'll be making our way to a seated position now. So we'll shift back onto a hip, sweep the feet around to the front, do a couple twists. Love it. Okay, so let's do a nice little twist today for our spine, wherever you want to be, bending our left knee, keeping it here or drawing it to the inside of or the outside of the knee, keeping it right there, or bending and coming back in. We'll just see how that feels for you. That might not feel great, and if it doesn't feel great, then you'll extend that leg again. So we're here or even here for our twist, or here. I'm going here. Lift up nice and long, and we'll start our twist just by drawing our chest towards the inside of our leg or wrapping our whole arm around it, pulling it in. Another modification, you can bring the elbow to the outside of the knee and open up. So just choose what feels right in this moment for your twist, where you're able to breathe freely without too much effort. We'll bring the chin around, the chest around. So we can stay here. I'll show you the modification, or we'll all bend and draw this knee a little bit further on top of the other knee. So the modification for that, this foot will be here and we're going to come inside the knee. So we're here for a little bit of a fold, or we're here trying to stack our right knee on top of our left. Oh, big stretch for your left glute area, your hip. You could give it a little massage if you'd like to. And only if it feels nice for you, hinging forward. So you're either there, if you're taking care of that knee, you're here with a little hinge forward. Breathing into any areas of tension, filling them with light, trying to take away the darkness breath by breath. We'll lift it back up. Take both of our legs forward now. Big breath up into our forward fold on an exhale. Could use your block here for your body if you wanted to rest your back a little bit more. Great spinal health class today. Let's walk those hands up. Bend our right knee. Choose to keep it here, the foot, or on the outside. Choose to keep your legs straight or bent, and then we'll do our twist here. Breathe, feel, and listen. Wringing out, letting go of tension. Fall is a great time to let go of grudges, of good time to forgive people. We'll bring our chin back around, our chest back around. So our modification is here. If you'd like to, though, you'll bend. Now you'll bend your left knee and try to walk this right foot out till we can work towards stacking the knee on top of the knee or somewhere around there. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not yoga perfect. And we hinge forward if that feels nice. Noticing the difference in the hips, how they're feeling today. Just a noticing, no judgment. Being kind to our bodies, not only by moving them, but with our thoughts. Beautifully done. Let's unwind now. A wide leg forward fold, turning our toes up, hinging forward. Again, blocks are great here. Your bolsters can be as well to have here, or blocks underneath your forearms. Stretching the backs of our legs. You are not alone. Wonderful. Let's walk our hands back up. So for today's, we already did a nice twist. So our Our last pose, which normally we go down and do some other things, it's going to be restorative back bend or chest opener. I'm going to bring you all a block or a bolster. And of course, just an option. You could have your regular back bend or a back or Shavasana. So legs can be in butterfly or here. Blocks underneath the knees if you'd like to. And if the bolster seems like that is too far away for me, Denise, to lay back on, what we'll do is, so it's going to take a couple minutes to set up. What we'll do is we'll put a block or two. If you're at home, you could use a pillow or something. You put a block or two back there so it's not quite so far away. And we'll be here in our Shavasana, either here, if that doesn't feel good, legs straight out. Oh. Okay, go get your bolsters. Go. Just kidding. Okay, well, let's get set up. I'll bring you a bolster and get you all set up there. So we don't have to put them right on. We can just set that pillowcase on top. Okay, cool. There we go. Save some time.
Yep.
There we go. Set up, burn. So I think we'll put blocks underneath, or do you want to go all the way down?
No blocks.
Yeah, okay. Let's go there. Block, okay. So there's two. Let me put it back a bit. Try to lean back there. Is that too far back?
No, that's good.
That's good. All right. You're very welcome. We'll let the chest open. So you can try to get the short edge of that bolster right up into your lower back, but it doesn't have to be, but try to melt right back onto it. Good, Brenda? One block or no block. So we make our way into our pose wherever we want to be, in either reclining queen, so that soles of the feet together, or legs out. Working towards supporting that whole back on our bolster. Just settle in. You're here for a good 10 minutes, but you're never stuck in a pose. Take as much time as you need today to get settled in. As we slowly and passively stretch our chest, bend our backs really gently, and breathe. Letting go of tension in the back. Imagine the sun warming the front of your body today. Feel the soft face, the softness of your face. Notice the space between your eyebrows. And our meditation today is a snowflake meditation. Thank you, Jane. That door might squeak, but it's okay. We're not quite there yet. No. That's much better than the ice. Oh, they're scooping. That's their scoop in the ice. Yeah. All right, settle in, close your eyes, and imagine you're standing in a snow-covered meadow. You are safe. You are secure. You are warm. Just a beautiful setting in nature. Noticing the snow gently falling. Noticing all of the different trees, smells. Taking a deep breath in and noticing the cool, crisp feeling of winter. Breathing out a little bit warmer. Imagine the sound of the crunch of your boots on the snow. Bringing our attention gently back to the snow falling. As each snowflake lands on you, imagine that it becomes a brilliant spark of pure light. Spark by spark of pure light, lighting up your body. As it peacefully touches you, it bestows upon you a beautiful blessing of joy, of wonder, and of childlike love for the world. Let yourself absorb each snowflake, and with it, the beautiful blessings, and fill yourself with happiness, with light, with kind energy. Staying in our Shavasana today for a few more moments. If the mind wanders, trying to bring it back to the breath, to the snowflakes. before we come out of our pose today. We'll start to notice the room, picturing the four walls that surround you. Noticing your breath and the sound your breath makes as it enters your body. And slowly releases any last bits of tension. If our knees are apart, we'll bring them back together. Let's tuck our thumbs into our hands, give our thumbs a little squeeze, and then make some movements with our wrists, stretching our wrists, some circles, maybe going up and down with your wrists. Letting go of the weight of the hands now again, noticing our toes. Take a moment to see if you can bring your awareness to your middle toe on your right foot. Notice that toe. How is that toe doing? Over to the other foot. Let's do our big toe on the other foot. Just notice. Focus your awareness to that part of your body. Maybe you notice it feels a bit warmer. We'll make some movements with our ankles. And finally moving our head side to side, waking up our necks. And when you're ready, you can slowly kind of roll off your bolster. Use your top hand to push you up to an easy seat. Crisscross our legs out in front of us. Take your time getting there. Back from our snowflakes. Let's take a big breath up, inhale. Lengthening, and exhale, drawing the hands towards our heart. Inhaling light today as we reach up. Exhaling away any darkness. Let it go. Another big breath in. Draw the hands to heart center, filling your heart with light today with love. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day, you guys. Hope your backs feel super healthy for the rest of the week. And I'll see you next week or on Wednesday. Have a lovely day. Thank you, Pauline. See you next time. Yeah, next Monday is November.